Welcome to The Explainer. If you've ever found yourself wondering what it actually takes to forge a modern cyber defender from scratch, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're taking a deep, highly structured dive into the R26 B.Tech course structure for computer science and engineering, specifically with a specialization in cybersecurity. This is coming straight out of Vishnu Women's University. Think of this curriculum as a highly detailed roadmap for the 2026 to 2027 academic year, and we're going to break down exactly how the whole shebang works.
Right off the bat, it all starts with a core question. How do you actually build a cybersecurity expert from the ground up? Because, you can't just hand a student a manual on hacking and say, all right, good luck out there. It requires a methodical step-by-step evolution. So we're going to go on a chronological journey through this rigorous 4-year degree to see exactly how a student transforms. We're talking going from a total coding novice into a hardened, advanced cyber defender who is fully equipped to tackle tomorrow's digital threats.
Okay, let's dive into this. What we're looking at is the primary source document, the official R26 course structure laid out by the Department of CSE at Vishnu Women's University. Now, I know it's incredibly dense and detailed, but don't worry. Over the next few minutes, we're going to pull out the absolute most vital takeaways, decipher the progression, and really show you why this specific sequence of classes is so effective.
To keep things simple, we've structured this explainer into 5 key phases. 1. Laying the computing foundation. 2. Core skills and initial security. 3. Advanced cyber defense tactics. 4. AI, quantum, and next-gen. And finally, 5. The broader cyber ecosystem.
Section 1. Laying the computing foundation.
So, the golden rule of cybersecurity is that every great hacker and every great defender absolutely has to understand how computers and logic fundamentally work before they can even try to secure them. And this curriculum doesn't rush that process at all. It relies on a really smart, progressive immersion model. Year 1 is entirely focused on basic sciences and programming languages. Then, by year 2, cryptography is injected into the mix. Year 3 brings in penetration testing, and then year 4 rounds it all out with next-gen tech and a massive major project. It's honestly a perfectly calibrated ramp-up in complexity.
Looking specifically at year 1, students are tackling some heavy foundational math and physics. We're talking linear algebra, differential equations, and engineering chemistry, because these are literally the ultimate foundations for computational logic. And right alongside that, they're learning essential coding languages like C and Python, mastering data structures and figuring out hardware through digital logic design. Make no mistake, these are the absolute essential building blocks. Without these, all those advanced cyber concepts later on would just completely fall flat.
Section 2. Core skills and initial security.
As we enter year 2, the narrative really starts to shift. The student moves from general computer science into their very first taste of high-stakes, specialized security coursework. And this is where we see a clear divergence. Your standard computer science track requires things every tech student must know, right? Operating systems, Java programming, database management. But for the cyber specialization, students are taking number theory, which is an absolute must-have for encryption, right alongside foundations of cybersecurity and cryptography. This blend is honestly genius. You're learning how to build networks and applications while simultaneously learning the mathematical theories you need to lock them down. And then, the curriculum throws in a brilliant reality check. 2 months. That is the duration of the mandatory summer internship right after the second year. It just goes to show this curriculum heavily prioritizes real-world, hands-on practice. That theoretical foundation they just built is immediately put to the test in a professional environment, ensuring they actually understand the practical applications of their brand new skills.
Section 3. Advanced cyber defense tactics.
Now, in year 3, we hit the climax of the narrative. That solid theoretical foundation translates directly into aggressive real-world defense strategies, and the coursework gets seriously thrilling. They officially integrate Capture the Flag, or CTF, along with competitive cyber challenges and vulnerability analysis. For those who might not know, a CTF is a highly competitive cybersecurity challenge. Students actively hunt for hidden flags inside intentionally vulnerable systems. It's essentially a giant digital puzzle that tests and dramatically improves their hacking skills, turning learning into an all-out high-stakes competition. Year 3 is also where students can really start tailoring their specific cyber warfare expertise through professional electives. They can choose to focus on ethical hacking, or maybe pivot into blockchain and cryptocurrency security if they're eyeing the finance sector. There's security analytics using machine learning for automated defense, or even cyber threat intelligence. The program essentially gives students a massive menu of options to customize their toolkit based on the exact types of threats they want to fight in the real world.
But alongside those specialized electives, the core requirements in Year 3 are incredibly comprehensive. So the crucial point here is that every single student tackles heavy-hitting subjects like deep learning, network security and penetration testing, information security and malware analysis, and cyber laws and digital forensics. They aren't just learning how to deconstruct malicious software. They're also learning the exact digital forensics required to track the attacker, plus the cyber laws governing how to actually prosecute them. It is a fully rounded 360-degree view of cyber defense.
And once again, we see this recurring requirement pop up. 2 months. After this incredibly intense third year, students have to complete another mandatory summer internship or an industrial and research internship. It absolutely cements the professional readiness and guarantees they've got some extensive, real resume-building experience before they even step foot into their senior year.
Section 4. AI, Quantum, and Next Gen.
As we transition into Year 4, the program signals a massive pivot. It's no longer just about securing today's technology. It's entirely about securing the future against tomorrow's unprecedented threats. Students aren't just learning standard defense anymore. They are tackling generative AI and large language models. They're diving into zero-trust architecture, which is that fascinating security framework that assumes literally no user or device can be trusted by default, even if they're already inside the network. And they learn post-quantum cryptography. They are literally preparing to defend critical data against the next massive leap in supercomputing power that could easily shatter traditional encryption. Talk about staying miles ahead of the rapid technological curve.
The final stretch of the degree includes job-oriented electives. These are quite literally courses designed to get you hired. Students can take cloud security using AWS and Azure, or they can even take a course in bug bounty hunting and web application security. And alongside these highly targeted skills, they take on another industrial or research internship and begin prepping for their major project.
Which brings us to a staggering figure: 6 months. The entire final semester is dominated by a massive 6-month block dedicated entirely to a major project worth 10 credits. There are virtually no other standard classes competing for their attention here. Students are expected to deliver a comprehensive, capstone-level execution of absolutely everything they've learned over the past 3.5 years. The rigor here is just immense.
Section 5. The broader cyber ecosystem.
Now, what's really interesting here is that a truly secure digital world doesn't just rely on computer scientists alone, right? So the university offers a vast array of open electives and even a minor in cybersecurity that's specifically designed for students in entirely different departments. This ensures that this vital knowledge spreads across the entire campus, regardless of what a student's primary major actually is.
To put that into perspective, just look at the open electives available to those other departments. We're talking courses like biometrics, intrusion detection systems, and social engineering and human-centric security. This is so absolutely crucial because securing the tech landscape requires a really deep understanding of human psychology and identity. Think about it. A business major or a psychology student taking a course in social engineering, that makes them universally valuable in any corporate environment because they'll deeply understand the exact human vulnerabilities that hackers love to exploit.
And if a non-CSE student wants to go a step further, the path is incredibly clear. Based on the R26 structure, a student just needs to follow these exact steps. First, choose 4 designated cyber courses, like ethical hacking or IoT security. Second, complete 2 MOOCs, which are massive open online courses. You do that, and you earn a highly coveted minor in computer science and engineering right alongside your primary degree. It's just a remarkably smart way to upskill the entire student body.
We've seen the foundational math, the intensive cryptography, the highly competitive CTFs, and that incredible leap into post-quantum theory. It's pretty clear the R26 curriculum leaves nothing to chance. But as cyber threats evolve faster than ever before, it really begs a bigger question. Is a specialized, intensely structured degree like this the ultimate weapon in our modern defense arsenal? Well, that's something to think about. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll see you next time.